Indeed, you are first. You are indeed first, Geo. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry that our call got interrupted pretty quickly, but there are some things I had to go ahead and do. We do have a little bit of time until we'll actually be started up because we have some technical problems, but you are first, and it will be here in just a couple seconds. So I'm sorry about that. I've got some things that I got to figure out, and I'll be right back. All right, so we are up. There is going to be some things that I'll have to do because we'll have a call started up here in a second, potentially. I'm experiencing some technical difficulties, so we might be there in a little bit. We might not be. I'm just working on that. I am going to go ahead and throw up our scenes because we're going to continue nonetheless. I am hoping that a friend of mine will get on a Discord call with me at some point, but we haven't gotten there yet. What I do want to say real quickly is the video coming out tomorrow is my first impressions of the crafter. I have done a little bit of work with it. So what you are seeing here is covered in the video that's coming out tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central. So just so you guys are aware that is coming out. I want to experiment a little bit more, and I thought might as well do it live, and maybe with somebody if we can ever get stuff figured out. But at the moment, this is what we've got. So I am going to go ahead and start because for some people that might be watching, that they might not have realized that the crafter now exists. It is hopefully going to revolutionize redstone and get some automatic crafting in here. I am a little disappointed on how it's implemented as of right now. I get more into that in tomorrow's video. So go ahead, and if you want to watch that, watch that. But as of right now, I'm a little disappointed with the implementation. But you can punch out these little parts in the crafter GUI or UI or however you use it, add items via hoppers, and get an auto craft with a redstone pulse. That is essentially the auto craft and crafting mechanism right there. That's what it is. And I did build a little bit of a system for what would be a hopper clock. And I am going ahead and I didn't do any of the editing here on these, but I'm going to do some of it now. I did have a setup I was doing in the video, so I'm going to clean that mess up. And what we want is we want sticks in this, or not sticks, we want planks in this one. So if we throw in some logs and we run it down here, what we should get is we should get some oak planks as an input here after we get rid of that sword. But let me just throw the sword in here. We should get an input. And as the redstone pulse is activated, we should end up, we end up with oak planks in here. Perfect. The thought is we can potentially run a hopper minecart line on here. So let's try that. We will need a hopper minecart, and then we will also need a lot of rails. Powered rails probably would be preferred. So let's go ahead and we can set this up. Like so. Do something like that. And then theoretically, if we just power these up, we should be able to get a decent output. Hey Cam, how's it going? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. How are you doing today? On this good day. All right. And I am going to have to quickly, because I'm having some technical difficulties, I am quickly going to have to fix something. So I am going to have to give me just 1 second on the stream, and I'll get this hopper minecart thing set up in just 1 second. So I'm sorry. It'll be just a second, and I'll be right back. I'm glad you're doing fine, Cam. That's good. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'm having some technical difficulties if you haven't noticed, so I'll be just a second. So I'm sorry about that. All right, so just one more second. I'm sorry, guys, for those that are still here. I apologize for that. We will get this sorted out in just a second. Just want to give you a quick update. We've got some mic problems, so we're going to get that fixed. All right, we're back. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry about that. We're having quite a few problems. We should be all situated now. I just need to get 1 second because in all of my madness, I forgot to close my door. So I'm certain that you can actually hear my air conditioner. So I'm sorry about that. I'm going to turn that off. And then we'll actually get a hopper minecart system set up. I'm sorry about all the technical difficulties. I know I've been trying to get them back up, and it's just been a pain in the butt. So I'm sorry about that. I do know that Cam, you're probably gone, but it's great that you're doing fine. I appreciate you stopping by despite my problems. But I'm gonna go close my door. It'll be just a second, and hopefully we won't have any more interruptions or any more problems. I was gonna try to get a Discord call going, and it just is not working. I can't get a Discord call to work at all. So for the moment, we're not gonna worry about that. But we should be able. All right, so what we need to do is we need a lever, because theoretically, what we should be able to do is we should be able to just straight up just turn this on, and then we should be able to do something like this, and then just give this minecart a little bit of an oomph. So if we do that, there we go. All right, so there's our hopper minecart. And what we can do with this crafter, so we've got wood oak planks that can go in here. What we could do is we could set up multiple different types of crafting recipes. So that would be sticks, because I'm gonna put all oak planks in here. That'll be sticks. This will be a door. This would be a pressure plate. Or no, this would be a trap door. This would be a pressure plate. And then this would be a button. So if we just do something like this, and then we just throw all of that in. And then if we just run another hopper line right above it, we should be able to set up a pseudo loading system. So if I just run, I just need hoppers going down, straight down. So I might have done this upside down, but if I just do something like this, if I just do all the way across, like so, and naturally they're going to flow one direction, but this is an experiment more than anything else. So if I do that, take that off for purposes of looks, and then just get this minecart started back up, like that, and get it moving. Alright, there we go. And so naturally, we should be able to do a setup like this. So then, if we just throw in oak logs, or not oak logs, oak planks, we should be able to get a bunch of inputs here. And we actually don't want, because we've got, what is it, oak planks here. We don't want to put oak planks and oak planks. Otherwise, we're going to end up with buttons here. So we actually don't want this one here. So let's actually get rid of that. And we'll do something like this. And then we'll start her up again. So if we do something like that, and then we'll run them all the same way for ease of access. So if we do something like, if I can get the shift to work, shift, come on. Alright, this is being stupid. I hate directional blocks. Shift right click. We should be able to get this going. Why can't I do it? Oh, it helps if I actually hold down the right button. Alright. Shift and go. Why can't I shift and go? Actually, here's the easiest way to do this. If we just do a scenario like this. We just go up. There we go. Like that. There we go. That's what I want. That's how this is going to work. Alright. And then if I put this down here and get it moving, then we shouldn't have a problem. Alright. Move. Okay, there we go. That took a lot of time. I fixed the mic if you want to try again. That is up to you. Do you want to try? That's up to you. Ethan was the one GG who, he's the one that was we're going to try to do a Discord call in. But that's your call. Whatever you would like to do. And then, what we should be able to do is we should be able to repeat the process. If we do something like this, and open this up, and we just put a lever back down here again, like that, and then do something like that. And what we should be able to do with this, if I can get it situated properly, is we should be able to get, if I could place levers where they belong, we should be able to get this working. There we go. So if we want to do that, but like I was saying, it is completely up to you what you want to do, GG. It is completely up to you. That is not what I wanted to do here. I want the actual hopper. I can go up here, and then we can just fill it with oak planks, and we'll need a bunch of them. So we might want to just do like 3 stacks. And by the time we get down there, we should have some auto crafting happening. So boom, boom, boom. I won't be able to watch while being on the server, so probably not. Alright, so if you don't want to, then, well, I mean, we won't then. But we've got a hopper clock set up, and we've got this sort of system going here. So this could be an output from, say, a tree farm. And we do oak planks from here, so we probably actually would have this crafter that's producing oak planks from the oak logs. This one would probably be set This one would probably be set up, up here at the input, direct output from the farm. Otherwise, my Wi-Fi will commit suicide. Yeah, the internet is questionable where you're located. That's for sure. But I just had an idea. Instead of doing that, let's do something like this. That would be a chest, and we just would need to restart these. So if we shifted, put that there. Actually not there. We'll put it here. There we go. And so, if we add more oak planks, let's just make sure that this worked first. So with the redstone clock, we should have, what was this? This would be buttons. So we got buttons, pressure plates, slabs. Oh wow, there's a lot of slabs. I think that was a mistake, maybe. I hope it is. Oh, there probably wasn't enough. Oh, okay, there probably wasn't enough planks in the recipe, and that's why I ended up with a button. There probably wasn't enough planks in the recipe when the redstone clock went off. Okay. This would be sticks, and same deal here, the oak button. Probably there wasn't enough. So if there was a constant input from a farm, it probably wouldn't have any problems with this this short of a redstone clock. But yeah, it's definitely a short redstone clock. But then we should be able to pull the same experiment, and we should be able to actually make chests now in that one. That's not the right block that I want. Well, if you happen to get bored and want to stream on the server, I'll be there, and we can call then. Okay, sounds good. Thanks for stopping by. I'm sorry for our technical difficulties and also the really bad communication. I got out of meetings at weird times, so I really didn't know what was happening. So I apologize for that as well. But yeah, if you want to chat, then that's perfectly fine too. But I probably won't be streaming very long today because I only have the room to myself for about an hour. So whatever happens will happen. If not, I'll just talk to you at a later time. But if we just, here's a thought. What if we just shulker box on top of this, and we just put the shulker box full of oak planks? So if we did that, and just filled it with oak planks. So this gets distributed. So some of them will end up here, some of them will end up here. They'll come down. That dispenses. There's none in here yet. It's probably too fast. There's not enough. It's not constant enough. Is the problem. Oh no, the problem is that it doesn't get all the way over here. That's the problem here. Because I made it one less, because I didn't know that I was going to try to do chests. That's the problem. So we'll pull that off. We'll do something like this. We'll put it back on, and then we'll let her go. Alright, so now we might be able to get enough oak planks if we were to just fill it again. And do that again, and do that again, and again. So we end up with a lot of oak planks. So if we can simulate like an endless supply, maybe we can make this like an automated storage. So with that much, we should be able to get them spread pretty evenly, I think. Maybe not. They're really not wanting to get all the way. It's not getting all the way over here. But we're dropping them. They're all going through here. The redstone clock is right. What's going on here? They're just not getting there. They're getting here. They're not getting there. The redstone clock is just way too short. These are all turning into buttons, aren't they? Buttons. Buttons. Whoa! That made crafting tables. So it only got 4 in there. Okay, I see what's going on here. We just don't have... We have too fast of a redstone clock is the problem here. Too fast of a redstone clock. Point taken. Alright, well, we'll pull this off then. And what we'll do is we'll make it longer. That I can do. I know how to do that. That is a chest. That will not work. That is not what I want either. Oak logs. We'll just make this a painfully long redstone clock. That should work. So if we do something like this, it'll take several ticks to get through now, and not just like 1 or 2 seconds. If we do something like that. Alright, and then we will need to extend this clock quite a considerable amount. But let's repeater all the way across. And yes, I know that I'm really doing a pretty poor job of streaming. I'm just experimenting. So if I miss something, yell at me in the chat or in the comments. I'll get to it. I do appreciate you guys stopping by, as much as I am very much distracted. I'm sorry. But let's just run this across, and we might just want to not even worry about putting a repeater there, and just run this all the way across here, like so. So then if we do an input, that is not how that will work. It needs to be over here. But if I were to just flick this switch fairly quickly, there we go. Alright, so now we've got a... That is still pretty short. Let's add some more time to this. More time makes items flow in easier. So if we just add that, and it doesn't need to be very consistent, because hopefully we'll be able to stack, because the crafters only put out one item every time it's pulsed. So as long as there's at least enough items in the correct spots for the recipe, we shouldn't have to worry about it too much. Alright, so now, how long does that take? That takes a lot longer. Alright, and that should be enough to fill these out. Yeah, there we go. And they're stacking up like that. So that makes it, yeah, that makes it easier. That's stacking, that's stacking. This still isn't getting any. And I don't know why. Because it's a chest. It should be getting there. Unless, I know. I just need to add longer lines here. So, boom, boom. Let's just add a line. That I can do pretty easily. So if I just bring it one further, like this. So if I just make this a little bit longer, put another powered rail, and then block it up like this, then we should be able to get it all the way across, won't we? And then that should fix our problem. So hopper minecart, and there we should be able to fill it in now, shouldn't we? Hopefully. It should be able to fill in. Because the hopper, there should be enough, unless all the oak logs have emptied out. Oh yeah, they've emptied out. That arc planks, that's part of the problem. We don't have enough. So if we do this, and this, and this, and this, just simulating a fully automatic system for our tree farm, theoretical tree farm at least. We run it through here. Now we should be able to get, and remember this is beginning redstone, so I'm still really poor at this, but we should be able, no, because it all gets filled out, because these are too fast. Oh, I see how this will work. So I'll need to also run some across here, but I can't place them for some reason. It bugs me. Okay, I see what part of the problem is. It's emptying out. Because of the way that minecarts work on hoppers, it's emptying out before it can get all the way to this side. Because if I remember right, yeah, this isn't filling up anymore either. Oh, we're getting there. Actually, scratch that. We are getting there. It looks like probably priority would be we will put items on. Oh, but that's gonna mess up because it won't fill up fast enough. So it'll craft a chest, and then like that, and then it will craft another item. Because we won't get enough oak planks in here. I'm gonna wait for the pulse. But we won't get enough oak planks in here before the pulse, so we end up with half slabs here. Okay. Alright, so less prioritized stuff would have to go on the ends, I'm thinking, if I were to use this sort of design. That makes sense to me, but I don't know. I don't know if a redstone clock is what I want to do then. There's got to be I want to automate it. I want to try to automate something. And really the only easy way that I can think, and I'll make it up here, the easiest way that I am thinking this will be used, and yes, I'm going all the way over here to pick block chests. Chest, hopper, crafter, and the crafter has to go behind this like so. I think that the fastest way that this is going to be used is it's going to be used for bulk storage. So theoretically, we have an iron farm. Iron farm's over here somewhere above where we are currently standing. So iron farm here, and we're going to be building a way to make iron blocks for the storage system. So what that means is we will have another hopper, and I need to actually pick block properly. There we go. All right, so we got the hopper. It goes into the hopper, into the crafter. Sorry. So hopper in here. Crafter will go in here. Wait, no. So we've got iron ingots. Iron ingots will flow in here. So if we have something like this set up, so there we go. So we've got iron ingots flowing in to make the iron block. And then we would connect a redstone clock to it. So we would do boom, 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 like so. Boom, boom. And we go boom, boom, boom. So something fast. I'm thinking something fast that wouldn't kill us if it wasn't crafted properly. So an iron block, and then we just make all of these really long. These pulses really long, like so. So if we do something like that, and then we quickly start up the redstone clock, that's how I think it'll be used, is for condensing storage is what I think it'll be used for more than anything. Why isn't it getting power? Oh, do I need to actually power the block behind it, do you think? Yeah, I need to power the block behind it. All right, so then that goes in there. Okay, so what I'm thinking will happen is this will be used for bulk storage of farms, like iron farms, because it's easier to make blocks of iron when you have a lot of iron for storage space reasons. But we could even go one further, and we could actually make for ourselves a farm right from ingots to blocks. So if we do something with a setup like this, and we do a crafter right here, and to make ingots, you need, how do you make ingots? How do you make iron ingots from iron? Oh, you need it to still be full. Okay, from iron nuggets to iron ingots, you still need it to be full, and then you need it full from iron ingots. And I'm out of iron ingots, so this will actually work perfect. From iron ingots to iron blocks. Okay, so that makes sense. So then what we'll need to do is we'll need to fill in this. So let's say we have iron ingots to iron nuggets. Sorry, iron nuggets to iron ingots, and then from iron ingots to iron blocks. So let's see how this would work. So if I just get a bunch of iron ingots, if I could spell, that would be helpful. No, I need nuggets. I'm getting confused. Iron nuggets. So iron nuggets, and we'll need a bunch of them. And what we'll need to do is we'll need to run it up to the same redstone clock. Just for consistency's sake, the same redstone clock as before. So boom, 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 boom. And then we can even do a redstone crawl up here as well. So this gets powered, but then so does this. So then these both get powered at the exact same time. But why isn't this one getting powered? Why is it not powering? Oh, because I crawled. Okay, so I need this to be directly powered then. So I need it actually to go like this. It needs to go boom, boom, and then I need a comparator. No, not a comparator, a repeater, which I have in my inventory. There we go. So that should work it. Yeah, there we go. So we're going iron nuggets to iron ingots to iron blocks. So eventually we'll be able to store iron blocks. So that's probably how it'll be used. I left this on constant power. Oh, because it's a repeater. So I need to just directly power like that. Okay. Why won't it power down? Why won't it power down? What's causing this to stay? What's causing this to stay live? What's giving it power? What's going on here? Oh, I see. Okay. So then we should be able to boom, 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 like this maybe. And actually, let's do a pulse with a button. That probably would be better. So we'll throw a button down here, and this will be a pulse. This is a little bit faster of a clock, but it should still be able to run it, shouldn't it? Why isn't it running? So we're filling up. Are we out of nuggets? We're out of nuggets. That's a problem. All right. That is the problem here. We need a bunch more. So if we throw that and that and that in here, like so, we should be able, theoretically, if this all works the same way, we should be able to run this. But we're still not getting power. So does the repeater need to exist? No. What can I... Comparator. I need a comparator is what I need. I was right the first time. I need a comparator to run in here to power it. And then that means that I need to unpower it from here. And then we'll need to reinstate the redstone. Run it across. There we go. That's what I need to do. Yep. Okay. So this is what we'll have to do here. That makes sense. At least it does in my head. Nope. We still have constant power. Why do we have constant power? Oh, because it's just detecting that there's something in here with the comparator. How would I fix this? I'm sorry that I'm doing experimental redstone in my trying to do it on stream. So I know it's boring. I apologize for that. It's a pain in the butt. So I apologize about that. But what could we redstone torch it? Could we do a torch key? I'm trying to problem solve on the fly, and that doesn't usually work out to my benefit. But if I were to do something like that, I need to connect that back up, make this a long pulse, and run that. That is not how I want to do that. I just burnt out the torch. Let's not do that. Instead, we'll run it across, and we will ensure that this doesn't get active. So then we've got a redstone clock, but that isn't activating this yet. So if we put it in here, it just becomes why? Why is it doing that? Unless I just need to power the block directly underneath it. Is that what I need to do? So if I do that, or no, I do that, and then run the redstone. Like that. Okay. Let's try that instead. How's that work? No, it just makes it constantly powered. Huh. So, what about... How can we make a clock? A consistent clock. Let's restart from scratch. And I apologize now for what's happening here. Ingot. Because we should be able to just dispense right here. Just in case we can't, let's throw an iron block across here to catch things. So if we do something like this, that should catch it. And we need to power that, but we need to power it directly without it getting a feedback. So we need a clock. That's the wrong one. We need a repeater for the clock. And we need to do it like that. Redstone. Redstone. I want it as long as possible so we can ensure that items can get into craft. And then we need to run it up here. And then here we need to be able to power it. So to get this one to work, I had to put a block behind it. Oh, I see what I need to do yet. So I need to actually increase this. So it needs to go up one more, like so. And then power. Oh no, it needs to go up like this and then power. Is that how that'll work? So if I push a button here, that powers that. Does it power this one too? Or does it? Oh no, the power doesn't get here. Power doesn't get this far. And why doesn't it? Oh, because I need to do this, and it needs to go up like this. Okay. And then it needs to come across like this. Nope. It needs to come up like this. Will come around. It won't be very compact redstone, but it'll be redstone nonetheless. Done like that. There we go. That's how to make them both. Okay, run on the same clock. Okay, I gotcha. And this one won't because it is no longer powered. That's why it won't do it. Okay, that's the system we want. And if we pull that off, it should be able to work. Yeah, there we go. That's the system we want. Okay, that makes sense. This is a really not compact design, but it works. And beginner's redstone. I mean, I'm a beginner at redstone, so it's going to be bad. But we have that system like that. So we can go, if we pull all this stuff out, why is this filling up with iron nuggets? Oh, because because it's way too fast. Way too fast here. This clock is way too fast because it's bringing iron in and then immediately uncrafting it. So right now we have iron nugget to iron ingot back to iron nugget. Okay. So what we need is we need a slower clock. Which could we just do that by adding a bit of a delay here? If I were to just run this really slowly, would that be enough delay? I don't think it would be, but... And can I even power it like that? Am I out of iron ingots? Yeah, I'm out of iron ingots. That's part of the problem here. Iron nuggets. I'm struggling with words today, so I apologize for that. But we should be able, like this, just throw them in here. And then run that across. There we go. So iron ingots, iron nuggets to iron ingots. And because there's not a crafting recipe yet, it doesn't even fire. So now it'll fire with the no, it won't, because a repeater can't power it directly. So there needs to be, okay, so I see how this is. So there needs to be a redstone dust line. Okay, so what we need to do instead is actually run it like this. So I need a repeater here, set it for 4 ticks, redstone, redstone. There we go. No, but this needs to be independent. Otherwise it does a feedback loop. So it actually needs to run like this. But instead of running directly like that, it would run like... So we need to pull this up. So it would run out and then back in. Okay. So it would run out like so. Block, 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 block. So then we need repeater, repeater, and then we do dust like that. Okay, that makes sense. But I don't want it to come back in here. So how would I prevent that? How would I prevent it from doing that? So if I run in through here, I'll come down here. So I need it to run into this block. How would I prevent it from doing so while trying to keep it compact? If we ran straight in like so, because I need to power this block. I need to not have this be here. So what I would need to do is I need to move this all in by 1. This will be a faster clock, but then if I did this and did this, I can do this and it'll only power that. I see. Okay. I really hope that that's enough delay, but I highly doubt that it is. It's also staying on. Why is it constantly on? What did I do to break this? How does this work? Boom, boom. Because it... Okay, I see. So it needs that length of a delay to turn off. Otherwise, it just becomes a feedback loop. All right. I see how this is. So what we actually need to do is we actually need to we need to run it across here. This is the problem. So we need to run boom like that. But then actually we need to bring it out. Do I need to bring it out to make a redstone clock? So if I bring it out like this and actually do something along the lines of repeater here, dust. No, that won't work. Repeater, dust. And then we would do a repeater here. No, repeater here and here. And then we go dust, dust. But then how do we swing it back? If we swing it back like this, that'll just constantly power. So what we need is then we need more repeaters. So if I do repeater, repeater here, do repeater, and run that all the way to 4 ticks, all the way to 4 ticks, 4 ticks, and 4 ticks. That still will probably keep it constantly charged. Almost. It almost got unpowered. I just need one more repeater. Problem is where could I stick it? So I would need to actually come out again one more, which I can do perfectly fine. So if I just do this and do an extra little bit by running it out here and then running it in, that should work. So it's going to actually be a horizontal clock in theory at that point. Okay, so if I run this, boom, 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 and then I run this as well, and this should be enough to let the power of the button itself be done. Alright, so let's run this. So we do that, boom, it's off, it's on. There we go. That's a redstone clock. I don't know how on earth I was able to get it the first time over there. This is still way too fast. I'm getting iron bars. I'm getting everything from iron over here. We had iron nuggets, iron ingots, iron bars, iron blocks. We got everything in here. This is just too fast. And I could add more here. And I could add more here. That I could do. But this is still going to be way too fast of a delay. Because I've only got 4 ticks to work with this delay. So I only have about 4 ticks. That'd be about 1/8 of a second to mess around with here. And I'm out of iron nuggets again. But that's pretty easy. I'm getting into the habit of doing this. I can't spell. I apologize for what just came up on my screen because I can't spell. I apologize that I've been mispronouncing iron nuggets the entire time. I apologize for all that. So I'm sorry about that. But if we fill that in, so this is still too fast of a delay because I get iron nuggets, or I get iron ingots, and then immediately it's put into iron nuggets. So this is getting made into iron ingots like that, and then immediately back into iron nuggets. So how can I fix this? How can I fix this? This is definitely experimental. This is the whole point of this stream, is I'm experimenting. And the crafter is really an experimental feature as of right now. Anyways, it's in a snapshot. It's just experimental feature, but that's just kind of what I'm working on. Thank you guys for stopping by. I do appreciate it. But it is very much experimental. And like I was saying before, my first reaction to it, I'm struggling here. If you haven't noticed, but my first reaction to it was this and the first half of this. So if you want to go see that, that'll be a video that's up tomorrow. We're making slabs for the most part, mostly doors. We're making everything under the sun here except chests. We've only got one chest. We've got mostly sticks. So the key here will be that delay. The delay on this redstone clock is what I'm struggling with, which is why I think what they should have done is they should have made a recipe. So you select a recipe in a recipe book like you would on survival. So let's just give one example. So here in survival, you've got this recipe book. And in order for you to craft from the recipe book, you have to have everything in your inventory. It gets placed like this, and then you can craft it. I think they should have done that with the crafter as well. You select the recipe you want, and when a pulse is activated, only when that recipe is fulfilled exactly how it's declared in the recipe, it could then be used, and it could be fired from the crafter. Because what I think would be helpful for beginner redstones like myself, especially, is that if I want to build, say I want to build a complex item like a pickaxe, like a stone pickaxe, I'm gonna have to do some hopper balancing to be able to get the items in a pickaxe in the right order, because I have to go 3 stone and 2 stick. And if I want to automate that, I have to repeat it every single time, 3 stone, 1 stick. And that I think will get a little bit annoying to have to deal with, because hopper balancing is not a beginner redstone type of thing. It really is not. So there is a little bit of some work that I wish would have been done to the crafter, but I mean, I'm not a Mojang developer, so I just can say that I was a little bit disappointed when I was first messing around with it, and now I'm trying to do the ramifications of trying to damage control here. But I do think that I'm going to call the stream here. It was only a little bit of a stream. It was very boring. It helped my brain out at least a little bit on what I want to plan for my storage system, especially in Duck's World. I have been saying since the crafter came out, I try to use it there, and I don't think I will now. I apologize for the short stream. I apologize for the boring stream. I apologize for the technical difficulties. It was all bad. I hope it was entertaining or at least bearable. If it wasn't, I apologize. And for those that are watching this on the video on demand afterwards, thank you guys for stopping by. Thanks for those people that stopped live as well. But it was just a pain in the butt and I was struggling with it. So I apologize. I don't really know what to do from this. I probably will do a couple more videos and whatnot experimenting with this. But as of right now, I am at a baffle and I don't feel like streaming when I'm confused, because then we're going to spend like 25 minutes not knowing what's going to happen and I'm going to end the stream anyways. So it's not even an hour long. I apologize. For those that were here, I do hope you guys enjoyed. We're experimenting with the crafter. It's a big update. Some more stuff's coming out later, but yeah. My apologies for the really bad stream. Thank you guys for being here nonetheless, and we'll see you guys later. Thank you for stopping by. Adios.